getting that microphone on. Hello everyone and welcome. We are here, we are live, we are ready to go, and I'll just take the pause off the game here. We're picking up precisely where we left off at the end of last stream with the fuel module on its way to the beginning of my Mun Station. So this is a contract that I have where I have to have 4,000 units of liquid fuel aboard the station, and I'm doing this in multiple components. And the first component is already there, Mun Station core, and we're how far away? About 8.5 minutes away from making a rendezvous burn that will set this up so that we will encounter the station in just one more orbit, and we will dock it there. There's also a lander dock to the station, so the whole hope of all of this is that we'll be using fuel to fuel up the lander and do repeated landings of the moon. Also on the way, I have the Cerberus hiding somewhere out here. This isn't it here. Yes, it is. And it's got a burn coming up. It has just rescued, I got a number of rescue contracts. It's now rescued to Bourne, and it needs to make a transfer burn out to the moon, because in Orbit About the Mun we have Cabot out here. So the Cerberus and the crew of the Cerberus will be picking up Cabot before they make their way to the Mun Station as well. And if you look, you can see that Cabot and our Mun Station are in very different inclinations, so we'll look at how we can make that transfer in a reasonably efficient way, because I don't have all the fuel in the world on that vessel. And so the crew of the Cerberus will be joining us. And finally, in addition to all of this, we have sitting on the surface of the moon, I'm assuming that's this lander here, yes, MP Offshore is sitting on the surface of the moon and is requiring of a rescue. Again, we have a lander on the station, so the whole idea is going to be to use that lander to go pick them up. And then, I don't know, that's a lot right there. So we got a lot going on. You can see I'm using the alarm clock feature built into the game to keep track of everything that is going on. There is one concern that I have, and that is I'm starting to become a little dubious about meeting all the requirements of this contract. People were pointing out at the beginning that it always talks about here the station must be fully assembled at launch, but that's really just the individual. You can do this in multiple goes. That's not a problem. I always find that statement confusing. However, a YouTube comment, the sound is a bit loud in relative to your voice. Is it? Okay, I can tone that down a little bit. Oh, you know what it is? I'm sorry. That's my mistake. I never turned off the background noise for the countdown. How's that, Oliver? I'm sure that's a lot better. Sorry about that. Okay. What was I going to say? A little bit of a different beginning with the background, and yeah, I messed it up. We're on board now. The behind the scenes crew is not doing their job. Where are we at? Oh yes, I'm a little bit concerned. Oh, we're getting a camera thing going. Getting closer to this burn, but I'm a little bit concerned about fulfilling these requirements. Not because I'm doing this in multiple bits, that's not a problem, but I got a comment on a completely other video, just a different video altogether, one of the tutorial videos, that did remind me or mention that all the crafts that require this do have to be new, after, created after you have accepted the contract. And the one I'm worried about is that I have to have support for at least 11 kerbals. Right now, the module that's sitting that we're going to rendezvous with has room for 6 kerbals. The Cerberus has room for 4 kerbals, so that brings us up to 10. And then the lander has room for 1 more kerbal, and I thought, okay, that'll bring us up to 11. But then I'm now kind of worried, because both the Cerberus and the lander were constructed before I accepted this contract. So I'm not sure docking all that together is going to actually fulfill this part of the requirement. I might have to bring up some more stuff. Now, to be honest, I'm not that upset by it, because the lander's really, really old. And I was kind of talking about replacing the lander anyway. So I'll build a new lander, bring it out there. As well, it might not be a bad idea to have two Cerberus, two of these roundabout ones, so I can keep a crew up here at the moon. I can have another one down on Kerbal Station in low orbit about Kerbal, and have two vessels that run back and forth rather than just one. So if it turns out that this is not going to be satisfied, I'll build design an entirely new lander. I wanted to do that anyway. And a new Cerberus vehicle. Okay, we're about 4 minutes away from our burn, almost ready to go, but one thing I do want to always mention at the beginning of these is just to have a thank you to go out to the people that directly support this channel. And in particular, what I like to do is welcome aboard my most recent, in this case, all YouTube members. So welcome aboard Pork Chop Styles, Mike Alpha Tangle Sierra, and Nothing EZPZ. All of, I guess it's probably easy peasy. Now that I'm looking at it, the Canadian in me's coming through. All these people have joined recently as YouTube members, so I always like to give a little bit of a shout out to our most recent inductees. Anyway, let's get ourselves ready to get going here. So we're going to put on SAS. Still have very primitive probe cores. See, I can't lock onto anything. Still looking for more science. Hello, Rocker SE. Welcome aboard. And the one thing I do want to keep a track of... Oh, I don't have anybody selected as a target. Let's do that. The target is going to be this station right here. Set that as a target. I do want to select... keep track of that closest approach distance. So we'll do this burn, then we're going to be jumping out to the Cerberus, doing its burn. It's going to be a lot of jumping back and forth. That is for sure. In fact, I can probably get rid of this now. Move this up to here. Actually, I've talked about that. Let's get rid of that too. Okay, let's time warp a little bit more. Either way, even if the station doesn't it's still going to be a functional station for me. Oh, that is some sort of alarm. Yeah, that's me. Okay, delete and close. That's just the alarm for this. Alright, we got a little bit more time warping. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh wow, that's a lot of thrust. A lot of thrust. Okay, let's do the last part of this a lot slower than that. Okay, so I'm just watching the intersect 1 distance down there in the bottom. Might do a little bit of RCSing on this. So I'm seeing 2.6 kilometers here. Let's get that as low as we can. 1 point. Can we get it below? Yeah, it's bouncing a little bit. Okay, I see about 800. I think that's pretty good. So, and just to sort of lay out what's kind of going on here, here's the station that we're rendezvousing with. We're going to come around. Which way are we going? We're coming this way. We're going to do one more orbit, and then as we come back, we should be rendezvousing, and we still got... Oh, wait. Hang on a second. We might be... so you get this alarm clock going again. Create an alarm. This is for the rendezvous. That is not an option with the stock alarm clock. Okay, so we have a rendezvous coming up in 55 minutes. Let's make that 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep it as a manual alarm. Okay, 50 minutes and, no, 50, that's days, 50 minutes, 0. Oh, wait, that's minutes. This is... Oh, that's days. This one's minutes. There we go. This is rendezvous. Fuel core rendezvous. Okay, add that alarm there. So we're not going to be there quite yet. Let's make sure our solar panels are doing okay. Oh, yeah, they're fine. Okay, let's get out to the Cerberus then. So switch to... Yeah, I am thinking about an interplanetary probe to collect more science. I think that's a very good idea, Oliver. In fact, a contract that I accepted some time ago, if I go into the ones that I have hidden, is an Explorer Eve, which is just a flyby Eve mission. I could fire off a probe and get all kinds of science just from that. It'd be relatively easy to do. The only thing I'm a little bit dubious of is whether I have the antennas for that. Ooh, I am looking. It's going to be tight. The actual burn is not until... Okay, we'll have to figure this. These two events are happening at almost the same time. I got my burn coming up in 58 minutes. And I have my rendezvous... Well, we'll see... Oh, I put it as 16 days. Oh my gosh, I've messed this up. Okay, let's jump back to this. Oh, I can't jump back to it. Okay, I've already messed something up. For some reason, I got 16 days in there. Messed up. What else is new? Focus view. Okay, let's... To be honest, this rendezvous is more critical than that burn. I could reset up that burn. Switch to. Wrong alarm. Yeah. The timers are overlapping too, by the way. Yeah, this alarm is really messed up. People in the chat are noticing it too. What do I got? I got the that's the rendezvous in 52 minutes, and this maneuvers in 52 minutes. I think I'm better off dealing with the rendezvous. The maneuver is in relatively deep space. It's, you know, high above Kerbal. I think it can be reset up, but, you know, obviously if I miss the station... I mean, I am in an orbit, so I just have to go around a bunch more times, but I'd rather just get this done with. So we are going to stick with this. I just turn down the throttle limiter on this too. Turn the gimbling. Well, yeah, keep the gimbling off. Maybe a little bit of gimbling. Sometimes the engine wiggling around bugs me. Okay, 25 minutes. Okay, so if I create a manual alarm, I gotta look for a link to vessel. I will look for that. Thank you, Oliver. I was trying to guess how that works and not being very successful, but thank you. Still more used to the mod Kerbal alarm clock, which I don't know. I'm debating why I don't have it installed. I've been trying to make this more of a stock game. This thing is very sluggish to move around. Okay, I do not see a waypoint down there, so the F4, one of the most common questions I get. Why don't I see that waypoint? I think I'm going to try and close this gap here a little bit. I need a feeling I got to push a little this way. Nope, that was a mistake. Okay, let's get closer. Coming over the poles and getting a little bit of camera. Yeah, I'm going to have to come in here slow because this thing is not... It's far from nimble. Let's put it that way. I could use RCS. There's a lot of monoprop aboard, but to try and sling it around, I'm just going to shorten this distance down a little bit. That's pushing things in the right direction. Knock off some speed and again shorten this distance. There's actually still a respectable amount of fuel still left in the carrier. I'll leave that attached. I might as well. Well, that's my alarm, so I'm going to just close it. I'm going to just ignore it until this thing is at least parked along beside it, if not completely docked. I can get a lot closer. A lot of thrust. A lot of thrust. I just noticed the time was starting to get away on me, so cut throttle. The station is in sight. Work this out. Actually, I'm seeing a question. I can't come up with the names of these just off the top of my head. I do have them on my computer somewhere asking about the names of the music. Almost all the music except for the main theme in KSP is like open source music. The game saved itself some money using that. So it's very easy to acquire. And they do have names, but I have actually forgotten what their names are. But I do have them somewhere. If somebody reminds me in the comments, in the YouTube comments after this stream, I will list what the names of the various songs like what you're hearing right now are. And they are free to use, so that's nice. Some games you can get in trouble for using the music. KSP is not one of them. Okay, we are coming in here. This is going to be where I'm going to dock it, I believe. So we'll set that as a target. In fact, I'll push it a little more this way then. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. Control from here. Now let's just very quickly come to this. Okay, this is oriented along the north-south, so that's good to know. Let's turn this to orbit view. So I want this to be towards AC. Actually, I have to come this way a bit. But if I put this one on the north, we should get these all lined up pretty good. Let's aim our camera way up here. So I'm just following the north line until it appears vertical on the screen, and that should be pretty darn close. I'm starting to see I'm starting to see the target icon over here. I need to back off just a bit. This may be a wobbly connection. I already feel I'm a little offline there. And of course there's mods to help with this. But I have none of them installed because I'm a fool. Oh, there is a Kerbal Space Program original soundtrack somebody put together, which is not surprising. Again, I mentioned this is open source music. So anybody... Oh boy. Chase that down. Coming in a little hot. A lot of mass. Okay, here we go. Am I lined up? Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm very happy with that. Okay, let's toggle some torques. Like this guy. Toggle that torque. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you can see I got two carriers here. I'm going to consolidate the fuel into one of these and then crash the other one down into the moon's surface. But so far, there we go. We got the beginning of a station. There's our lander on board there too. Let's though go to Alarm and the Cerberus. I may have missed that burn, but I'm not too worried about it. Hey, Gil, I'm glad you can make it. Evening to you as well. Okay, yeah, we missed our burn. That's not a biggie. I had to deal with the more important thing. I'm going to put this on the maneuver, go to here, and just start popping ahead. Get about a minute further. This is not a time-critical burn by any stretch. So I'm going to focus this view on the moon, and we'll readjust this a little. Oh, it's a big mess of a burn. I have to do a mid-course correct. I'm remembering this now. I have to do a mid-course correction anyway, because this is all just a big... This is a mess. Yeah, let's not worry about this. We're getting our moon intercept. That's about it. Okay, so orienting this here. Again, the goal with these folks, we got Deluxe, our pilot, and we have another new pilot to board. And the goal here is to rendezvous with Cabot, who's in Cabot's derelict, and then after that, make our way to the station. But first things first. I should probably leave this viewing from here. Okay, so 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Just gonna watch this. Oh, I see what I want. As close as I, it's not gonna. No, it's already. Yeah. I was about to say if I could keep doing this and get it into the same plane, but it wasn't gonna cooperate. Okay, so we got our moon intercept. Let's set up sort of a correction along the way here. Fortunately, we're coming in from a orbit that was pretty inclined as well. So I need to bring it up. It's nice to get this as close to being in the right plane as you can right now. Is it retrograde? No. How about radially out? Yeah, that's the one. Like that, and then more north. And if I can get the PE. Here, we can set this as a target too. Get the PE just to touch the orbit there. Then we can deal with everything else once we're in the moon's SOI. A little radial in, a little north again. More normal, I should say, I suppose. That's looking good. You can get all three of those icons in the same spot. That's usually a pretty good indication everything's going great. Do have a 17.5 degree plane change to make, but that's not going to be too much to worry about, especially considering at some point I'm going to have to make a pretty huge plane change to get to the station. little bit more radially inwards. I like it. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's coming up in 2 hours and 35 minutes. So we will orient this again just for solar panels. Like that. Also seems to be pretty close to what it needs to be for our burn anyway. Okay, and we'll set up an alarm, create an alarm for that maneuver. 5 minutes. That one. I don't know why I'm blocked with thinking that's the minutes, but that's the hours. Okay, and that will be one. Sorry, that will be one that will be, I can jump to. Okay, one thing at a time. Boom. Oh, and I didn't do what somebody was suggesting to do to be able... Oh, I can switch to the Cerberus. No, this one. Oh, that's the old one. Oh my god. Okay. Jumping back to our station. Jumping back to the station. All right, so let's see here. I want to start consolidating fuel. So there's fuel. Okay, why don't we consolidate them in the smaller one? That would seem to be the sensible thing to do. And then we'll ditch the bigger one. So out and out. Leave a little bit of fuel just to do the deorbiting. Out and out. But that doesn't require much. And I'll leave that in there. There is also some the monoprop is already, I'm already going to be leaving that behind. So I'm just making sure there's nothing here I need to worry about. So I'm just going to undock this. Because once I undock, I can't redock because it's actually only a single docking port. I don't know if you can see it, but if I aim the camera there, I only used a single docking port to attach that. So I want to make sure I'm not going to leave anything behind that's important. I don't think I am. So let's just undock. Okay, which one? Which vessel am I on? That one. There we go. Do I have control of this? I should. Oh wait, I disabled the reaction wheels. I forgot I did that. Toggle torque. There we go. There we go. So let's put this on to retrograde. And we will dispose of this by simply crashing it into the moon. I am doing very well, Lucas. Thank you. We are just getting rid of this. It's done its job. It's time for it to crash into the moon. There we go. That's that. And then we'll take a look at our station here. These should all be full. They are. So we can start to turn these on again. Now that I don't have to worry about. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And see if I can orient it just a little bit better for solar panels, but I think it's all right. All right, all that's missing is the Cerberus, so we will jump back to that. Switch to vessel. And they got a little burn here coming up. On our way to the moon, we can see it over there. And actually, it's going to be no more jumping around for a little bit, so that'll be kind of nice. watch it from the moon again. Why is it so hard sometimes? Is it this one that should focus? That one, focus view on the moon. This is another burn I don't think is particularly time sensitive. We'll just get here and then we'll just take our time with it. Alright. I might have overdid it a bit, maybe? Nope, actually a little more. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Let's time warp over here. Oh, I'm so nice not having to jump between vessels. All last stream was all about jumping to between one vessel to another vessel. Now it's just getting this done. One vessel left. Okay, we are now in the moon's SOI, and so now there's our target. And we're going to take care of two things at the same time. We're going to match planes, which is going to require a little bit of positive normal like that. And we're also going to create an elliptical orbit that will rendezvous with our target. We'll try and do both at the same time. Keep track of this so I can keep track of what my relative inclination is. A little bit on that. A little bit more on this. On this. A little more on this. Okay, getting very close now. Let's switch over to these tools. There's the separation number. Okay. All right, so after this burn, looks like a 1.2 kilometer separation. Our planes are matching, and it is a 190.7 meter per second burn. I have 877 meters per second left. The rendezvous is not going to be a problem. Our relative velocity here with the target's only 38 meters per second, but, well, hopefully I got enough fuel to get to the station. If I don't, we'll just have to come back. I'll have to head back to Kerbal. Okay. All right, yeah, the daylight savings time change. That's a big pain. Sorry about that. I'm one of these ones that would much, much rather not have any daylight savings time, but it seems to never want to go away. Oh, wait, there's our maneuver node. All right, so yeah, we'll just get that timer right down to 0 and start this. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, I'd be comfortable, Nathan, saying he'd rather get rid of the standard time. I'd be comfortable either way. I just don't like the jumping back and forth. But there is an argument to just stay in daylight savings time. Just to have more hours in the evening of daylight as opposed to in the morning. Which I'll get. Okay, let's watch our closest approach again. I think I got it down 1.2 if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, we're very sensitive right now. Let's just go to RCS. There's 1.2. Yep, 1.2 is as close as that's going to get. All right, so same as what we just saw. We're going to do one more orbit. And then by the time we come back to here, we'll be meeting up with Cabot, and we'll get to find out what kind of kerbals we got. And then we'll try and make our way to the station. Oh, what happened there? Wait. Did I go by? Whoa. No, there it is. Okay, once I stopped, once I took the time warp right off, it was fine. Oh, that scared me. Why do you do that, game? You're mean. Okay, how far are we? We're 12 minutes away, so let's go another 10 minutes. Watch the mission clock up here more than anything. 2 more minutes. Oh, that's making it worse. Thought for sure I'd have to burn that way. That way's making it better. Oh, no. Okay, let me get closer. If you're ever having difficulties deciding which way around gets you closer to target, just get makes this intersect distance closer. Just get yourself a little closer to the target. Usually it'll... And then try again. Okay, I'm only 1 minute away. It has to be this way. There it goes. You know what? I'm just going to push it onto it anyway. I don't trust the encounter indicators. They're making little sense. These numbers over here. They are mocking me. There we go. Now it's making more sense. Around. Rallying that in there. Okay, there. Oh, whoa, minute away again. Okay, well, it's always funny to see what kind of... Oh, wait, let's... Dopey. You're gonna run right into him. Put along the side here. It's always funny to see what kind of I always figure they should cobble together some sort of lame non-functioning spaceship for them rather than just sticking them in a random crew carrying compartment. Okay, who do we got? We have Cabot, and Cabot is a scientist. I'm actually very comfortable with having another scientist aboard. Excellent. At least he's not another friggin' engineer. Or she, with her purple hair. In you go. Get over there. And board. Okay, now. Oh! Yes, that's right. We're full. Not totally full, but that front cabin is full. I gotta move somebody out. So, sorry. Siobhan, you are going into the back seat here. Give room for Cabot to pop aboard. Oh, I'm still on the ship. There we go. Hey, everybody's aboard. Okay, now let's figure this out. So we want to get ourselves to the station. Ooh, okay. What is going to be our best plan here? I think we're so close to a circular. Yeah, we're so close to a circle. I don't think that part matters. I'm thinking probably here to make both a plane change and a get the periapsis down type change. That's going the wrong way. Let's go the right way. And this is the burn I'm a little worried about as far as how much it's going to cost me. Hopefully I'm going to be okay. I could maybe do some little trick of pushing out the apoapsis to make the plane change cheaper. Sometimes that works, sometimes it does not. So you have to be a little bit careful. There's also, once you've made a change of so much, the rolls of the normal and the and the prograde retrograde seem to switch positions. Like now retrograde more affects the inclination, while normal more affects the altitude. It's weird. Okay. More here. Oh, seems to be, that's about as good as that's going to get. Okay, 0.3 is fine. Is that pair? Let's switch over to these little tools. I think it's about a 15-kilometer orbit. I think. What's the AP? 15.5. The PA is 14.5, so 15 is probably a good guess. And the inclination difference is now 0.3 degrees, which is fine. I can see there's a little bit of a radial part. Actually, I should be able to fix that just with the timing. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Just have to change the timing a little bit. Oh, and that helped with the inclination too. So I wasn't quite in the right spot is what that was. I think I'm happy just with this burn. Precisely as you see it. So that is a 387 meter per second burn. I still got 627 meters per second. I think I'm golden. All I got to do is rendezvous with the station. Don't forget the station has a ton of fuel on there, so I'll be able to just fill right up again. I don't have to worry about getting myself back to Kerbal. Okay, so get to that. What's the thrust limiter at? Full. Wow, 30-second burn. This is a big one. Just landed a rover on Eve. In Kerbalism. Way to go. Managing electricity in Kerbalism can be a challenge, so well done. Of course, it means it is never coming off again. Landing on Eve is often not the problem. It's getting back off of it. That all said, I've done it in my entire... I played KSB in over a decade, and I have ascended from the Eve surface, I think, twice. Once is in one of my marathon live streams where I did it with just stock parts. And the other time was just me playing privately. I remember getting all kinds of nuclear jet engines from one of the near future mods and building a nuclear powered jet plane that actually could fly around and even getting off with that. But I've not done it often, that's for sure. Okay, 1 and 0 and go. There we go. We're off. Eve's a great big pain. Oh, a bit of a camera doodle. should watch it from here. Oh, that's because we dipped into the planet. We dipped into the moon there. Which, honestly, you're doing this with engine failures as a possibility. Might not be a wise way to do this. Because if you ever got an engine failure in that situation, you're in a bit of trouble. Okay, so, as far as I can tell, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So next is to set up the encounter, which I think has happened at least once in every single one of the last 2 or 3 streams. So people probably are getting used to this, including just a little bit ago. Okay. That is going to be, oh yeah, that's going to be a nice low speed there. I got too many numbers. 5.9 kilometer separation. 4.8. 5.2.1. 0. I like when I see a 0. Okay, so this is a 66 meter per second burn. Will get us into the elliptical orbit. Again, one more orbit, and then we'll rendezvous with the station. And our encounter speed with the station is only 39 meters per second, so I got plenty of fuel. Excellent. All right. Here, let's just rearrange this. Make sure the solar panels are doing okay. That feels good. Put this on free. All right, let's get down there. And, you know, sometimes people critique me a little bit for being in love with stations. Or maybe not critique's the right word, but they're a little bit confused with my love for stations. And they wonder what the purpose is, because I hear people say, like, there's just no purpose to having a space station in KSP. But honestly, I beg to differ. Like, once, although this is a lot of work to kind of set up, keep in mind the Cerberus never lands. It'll just keep being reused. So all I have to do is keep fueling it up, and there's a ton of fuel there. And same thing with the lander. And I'll be able to just keep using the same vehicle over and over again and do all kinds of moon landings, and that will save me a ton of cash. Okay, let's see, 10 seconds. Oh, I should also set this to here because we are going to get our encounter. Okay, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and go. Oh, I got this set on target. I just noticed that. We must be really close to it right now. It did that automatically. And I saw a 0. Oh, I overdid it. I saw a 0 separation. So I want to get this down to at least 100 meters. Is that? Oh, that's 5. I was about to say, that's not 5,000. That's 5.16 meters separation. Ooh, I like that. I like that. We're going to be there in 50 minutes, everyone. We'll be there in 50 minutes. All right. There was not a 794 meter per second target speed. Not a chance. Don't freak me out. It's really small. It's 38.4 meter per second target speed. Oh, maybe right now there is. Yeah, right now there might. Oh, you're looking at this. Got it. That's because right now, right, we're going this way and the station's going that way. And so our two directions are very different. And so, yeah, that's going to make a very big encounter speed right now, but it won't be that when we get there. Oh, you freaked me out there for a second, Oliver. That would have been horrific. The worst scenario is if they were on opposite sides of the moon, because then one of them would be going one way and the other one would be going the other way. And their encounter speed would be twice whatever their orbital velocities are. Okay, 25 minutes. And don't forget, we still got Cabot sitting on the surface of the moon. Oh, and this will be the test. This will be the test as to whether this contract is going to be satisfied. I'm a little dubious. And again, I'm talking about not that, but this one. This build a new orbital station. There has to be space for 11 kerbals, but 2 of the vehicles were built before I accepted this contract, and I think that's going to prevent this one from going green. But that's not a problem. I'm not worried about that. In fact, it might work out really well because, I mean, I got 3 rescues, and they're not going to satisfy until I get these folks home. So I could send this one on its way home, and then I could get a Cerberus 2 and send it with a new crew out here. I don't think that's... I think that'll be useful. And then the new crew, when they're out here with a new lander, can really start collecting science off the surface of the moon. Hello, Jaming DE. What about a Moho station? Now, I don't know. If it ends up happening in this series, it's not going to be for a long time yet. See, I don't tend to build things unless I see a practical reason to have them in the game. So, like, for instance, a Moho station to me, what would I ever use it for? Okay, we're about 30 seconds away. Start lowering our speed here a little bit. Our relative speed. There, that's better. Push it more this way. Whoops, 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 whoops. Went a little bit. Okay, I'm down to 0.5 meter per second. Where is this thing going to dock? That's a very good question. Oh, right on the opposite side, right there. That's our docking port. Let's oh no, I have to do that. Come back to here, and then I can set it as a target. And we got the control from here situation. There. Now, where is it? It's on the other side. I'm going to want to push that way a little bit. Okay, now one thing I did do is if you look at the nav ball, you can use the nav ball to help you line up docking ports. And last week, I completely botched this. And the way you do it is you have to select the docking port and say control from here, and then note where it is on the nav ball. It's just past 90. In fact, why don't we put it right on that normal vector like that. And now, if I take this one and put it opposite to that, which would be on 270, right on the horizon, these should be completely lined up now. So there you go, mod free. If you pay attention to how this one is oriented, you just got to take this one and do the opposite to it. Let's get over there a little quicker, come on. There we go. All right, so you can place your bets. I know where I'm going to place my bet on whether this contract will satisfy. Again, the one I'm worried about is the have the facility supporting at least 11 kerbals. I don't think it's going to count the 4 spaces in here and the one space that's in the lander. But you never know. I do have to pay attention to my docking. And we'll find out. Now I should be ready to... Yeah, let's get ready to toggle some torque. Get ready to toggle some torque. And bunk. There we go. And oh, hang on. It says here that one's green. But Bill, oh, you know why? Because it's not new. That's right. I think, okay, so it did say I have space for 11 kerbals. Right? One of these, which one's the green one? There it is. But this one didn't go green. But I think that is this part here, and what the station must be fully assembled when launched. It really should say the station parts must be not fully assembled, but built after you accept this contract. And I think that's why that's not gone green. So I'm going to accept that. I'm just going to live with that. Let's toggle the torque on that so that there's no wobbling. Let's shut off some engines. So I'll bring out some new I'm not too worried about it. We'll bring out some new vehicles. There's also this engine. Yeah, shut down that engine. And now, we'll not worry about this. What we are worried about is this rescuing MP offshore who is sitting on the surface. That's the next thing we're going to do. Okay, so, and for that we're going to take down this lander. This lander has only crew for one. But it does have a probe body in it, so it can fly autonomously. And oh my gosh, let's get this done. Look at that. Our orbit happens to be over MP Offshore's orbit, or on the ground here. Oh my goodness. Okay. We got to fuel up quick. So we're gonna use this tank. No, we're not. Not gonna use that one. We're gonna use these tanks up here. Start emptying these to fill up the lander. Okay, so in and in. I think all the fuel is just in these four. I believe that's it. So it's going down empty. Okay, that's that. Actually, I can fill all three of these at the same time. There's no reason to do them one at a time. There, and this one. There. Out and out. That's the advantage of small ships, is they don't take a lot of fuel. So even the fuel that's just sitting in this will service this lander for a while. I still got to remember to fill up the Cerberus for our return journey. Time warp this a bit. Okay, off and off and off and off. How about monopropellant? I must have put monopropellant. Is it just what's in here? It might be just what's in there. Oh, this thing's pretty much full. I think that's all the monopropellant this thing carries. Pretty sure. It's going to need it to land again, or to dock again. I think that's it. Are there anything in these containers? No, I don't want to bring down more mass than I need to. No, okay, let's do it. So I'm just excited because like we're really close. Let's set this as a oh, it is already set as a target. We are coming around this way, so let's time warp a little bit. We're gonna miss by a bit. We'll have to do a little bit of a plane change, but I don't want to wait. It's gonna be 3 days before it's back on the other side there. So I'm gonna take advantage of this when we got it. Undock. Undock. Onto you. Back away a bit. Okay. Toggle torque, probably. Oh, the reaction wheels are already normal. No, they're not. Now they're running. Okay, they were. Okay. So this thing has control. It does. Okay, activate the engine. That was a lot of noise. Put it onto the retrograde vector. Now I am playing in hard mode and do not have the ability to quick save or anything like that. So if I must muff this up, I'll be losing this lander, which I suppose is not a catastrophe in the sense at least there's nobody aboard, but it will be annoying. And we're going to try and do this landing as close as we can, and sometimes that ends up costing me more fuel than otherwise it would. I have no idea whether I'm in a biome that I've not been in before. Sorry, that's my phone. Usually I turn off the sound, but made a little bling. Okay, let's do this. I must have forgot to turn the sound off on the phone. We'll do that in a moment, but let's get this out of the way first. Well, a little more. So I'm going to try and do this as efficiently as I can. All I can do is... All right, I'm just going to turn off my phone here. There we go. So I can see I need to bring the orbit a little bit more that way. That is using my right-hand rule. See, my physics education is paying off. That is an anti-normal burn. Or for everybody else, we are burning to the west. Though it might be the east once we cross the poles. So I'm just going to need to bring it this way a bit. Yeah. Could have maybe combined those two burns together, but that requires too much planning. A little more retrograde. Might be able to score a little bit of science out of this too. You never know. Okay, gear on. That on surface. Coming over the pole. Little sound, little speed warning sound, the little bing. It's a descent warning. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay. Because I can tell you, MP Offshore will not be impressed if we land and do not have the fuel to get him back. Actually, even if I can't get back to the station, I can use the Cerberus to go pick him up and maybe ditch the lander. That's not a terrible idea, now that I'm thinking about it. If I have trouble getting back to the station because of the plane difference, I'm thinking about having a lack of fuel. I could always pick up with the Cerberus and then head on home. I don't think that's terrible. A little bit more retrograde. That's enough of that. What is the thrust limiter on this? Felt like very little thrust. Okay, full thrust. Come on. Okay, I see a little waypoint. There's a little waypoint. And in my regular games, I would normally be quick saving at this point because I get nervous when I do powered landings, but not today. Not today. Today we're going to try and do this. Well, there's no choice. We either do it or don't do it. There's do or don't do. There is no try. And sorry, I cannot do a Yoda impersonation. Let's try it a little more this way. Gonna come a little more to the side here. That looks nicely lined up. Now, no, it doesn't look too terrible. Okay, let's start gunning it. Thing I find I have the biggest challenge with is just overshooting my target, and that does look like what I'm doing now. Full throttle, come on. We are overshooting. Hopefully not overshooting by a whole lot. Kerbal does have an EVA pack, so we can do it with the ground. Ah, I should have started that earlier. I also got to watch my approach to the surface here. Well, we're less than a kilometer from the surface, so I'm going to start pitching up. Oh, come on. Don't you be like this. Ah. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Oh, I'm fumbling it. Stay up. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was not good. That was not good. Now, I still got over 1,000 meters. Why is this? Oh, I still got throttle on. Jeepers. 1,061 meters per second left. So plenty to get back into orbit. Unfortunately, I'm 7.5 kilometers away. That is terrible. So what we're going to have to do is switch over to him manually. Can I not just switch to him? Oh, don't do this to me. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm worried that he won't, but I should be able to switch to him. Right? Right? I can switch to him. You have to be within 2 kilometers to switch? I don't know. I'm glad you put a question mark on that. Is it Pranav? I'm worried. So what I might have to do... Ow! I might have to get close enough to activate him. Don't like that. Which means I'll have to do a hop. And I got enough fuel for a bit of a hop. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. So our rescue might need a rescue. I'm not worried about the long walk to freedom. I'm just worried about being able to control him at all. Because 7.5 kilometers with those EVA packs. Why is this taking so long to load? Don't do this to me, game. Do not do this to me, game. It's been a long, long time since I've had a crash midstream. Yeah, well, I was planning on building a new lander anyway. But, so my first mission for the new lander might be to rescue the old lander. But I do not like the fact that I seem to be frozen right now. I'm going to give it a little bit more time, but... Why? Okay, I'll give it a couple more minutes. Yo, I'm definitely frozen. There's no question about it, Philip. Right now it's frozen. I'm frozen on a loading screen. You're just frozen on the game screen. But I think the game is in the process of crashing. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Can't say I'm impressed. We might need to do ourselves a full reboot here. Not of the computer, but of the game. I think I do. I don't know when the last auto... If the last autosave was before the actual landing, I might get off lucky. But I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to... yeah, I'm just force shutting it down. Okay, here we go again. Sorry, everyone. Just have to reboot the game. So, you know, talk amongst yourselves. That's terrible. I can't think of the last time that happened to me. That's been a long time. Last time it happened to me during a stream, anyway. Wondering if there's something... Do not know. Oh, well. Okay. It'll be back up and going in no time. But who knows? Let's see where the last autosave was, because maybe I might get another chat. A bit of a, yeah, I know. I had to restart the game there, Marty. But maybe I'll get a little bit of a cheaty sort of lucky thing where the last autosave was before I started that landing. Well, if it was just before the landing, like literally just before touchdown, that's bad. All right, here we go. And hardcore career, load. You think it was 5 minutes before the last autosave? You don't think it autosaved when it touched down? If it was 5 minutes before, I'm a lucky guy, that's for sure. Let's see. Kegel 1, that is my culprit. So it was after it undocked. And, oh, no, we're on the surface. No such luck. No such luck. So, let's try. This is our thing. Yeah. I'm going to try. Okay, I got to set that. I do have to. Why are you being this way? Set as a target. There we go. Before I do the hop, I'm going to do one look and see if I can switch to him from the tracking station, because it would be much better if I can get the Kerbal to EVA over to my lander than to get the lander to come to the Kerbal. Mike froze the... Yeah. Unfortunately, the freeze did not help. Let's go here. And this is MP Offshore's craft. Yeah, I cannot... It will not let me fly it. Okay, so gonna have to do a hop. Oh, that stinks. Okay, now I do have, what is it, over 1,060 meters per second? That's a lot. Getting up into orbit. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. If I can do this with only a few hundred meters per second. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I think I've said that. So this is my, okay, set. No, it is set as a target. So I got to go south. And I'm thinking, where is it? I should see a waypoint. There it is. 2 kilometers, 2.4, like probably, I think the render distance is 2.4 kilometers. God, I'd love to be able to save right now. Okay, so what we're going to do is just throttle up and go to the south. I mean, what else can I do? So, throttle up. Not too much. See from here? Oh, I gotta go a lot more than that, though. I never know, like, what's the best plan with this. Okay. Oh, I have my doubts. I have my doubts. So I'm gonna come within the render distance. I don't doubt that. It's how much fuel I got left at the end of this. That's what I'm rather worried about. I don't know what it is, but I always do better when blue's on the top. I botched trying to do a precise landing and overshot my target. Now I'm hopping back, and I am dubious as to whether I will have the fuel to get back into orbit again. That's what I'm worried about. So we're going to try and do our best. Okay, I'm 3 kilometers. Yeah. I ain't coming within the render distance is not going to be the problem. I am getting very close, though, to very high speed. Don't like that. Okay, that should be close enough. So let's see if we can put it down here. Trying to do this efficiently. Trying to do it efficiently. Stay up. I got 811 meters per second left. Oh my god, I can get up easy. Easy peasy. And now I should be able to switch. I feel good. Oh my god, I can't believe... Okay, there's MP Offshore. MP Offshore is an engineer. Good for you, MP Offshore. Oh, his hitchhiker can is rolling away. You spent all that time in that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I'm sure he's got full thing of monopropellant, so good, good, good. Let's get rid of this. Can he do things like a surface sample? Yeah, 36 science from a surface sample. Take an EVA report. 9.6 science from the moon's southwest crater. Nice. Now, we have to get to the Kegel. Set as a target. All right, which way are you? There. 862 meters away. All right, yeah, let's go. So, RCS on. Throttle up. I think I got the EVA report flying. Oh, I can't do that anyway. Cancel. Pretty sure I have it anyway. We'll keep an eye on the monoprop, but I think I'm okay. Oh yeah, plant a flag. Very good. I will. Let's put this on the ground so I know how far off the ground I am. I am pleased with that. I mean, I know I botched the ascent and then the game crashed, or the descent and then the game crashed. That's what it is, but that hop, that might have been one of my best hops ever. Okay, where is it? Hiding in the rocks there somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have the golf ball thing. Yeah, I don't have the EVA science pack. Should have thought... Oh, I did... I don't think that's biome specific anyway, and I think I've already done it. I lose track of what I've done and what I haven't done. Okay, let's kill our speed here a little bit. Oh, I got a moon. One of those moon crater thingies. Can I do like a little sample off of that? See, right beside the lander. I'm right beside one of those moon... You know... I think I can take a sample of that. Or maybe I need a rover to do it. I don't know. Alright, down you go. Let's plant a flag. Plant a flag. And this was the second landing, I think, of the Kerbal. P offshore. And it's about frickin' time. He's been here for a while. Okay. Let's see. So, can I put that in there? Oh. There we go. Store those experiments. So what I'm interested in is, can I do like a... No. I don't think I can take a sample of this thing. Like, take a surface sample as the surface sample I've already done in an EVA report. Yeah, okay. So much for that. I think that's the one you need the rover scanning arm for, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I could be mistaken. I don't know. Board. Okay, but I think we're in a new biome, so we got a crew report. Yep. Oh, this is turning out to be all right. I got the whole suite of this stuff. Material study. Temperature scan. And that guy. All right. Okay, we got to head ourselves back into orbit. I guess I got it. I can't remember. Was I going south? Which way is this guy going? He's going to the north. I got to go to the north. So I got to go to the north. The inclination difference is going to be something. But again, we can just abandon the lander and pick them up in orbit if I can't afford to get back to the station. So, let's see. I got to head north. North. Okay. So let's take that off and throttle up and go. That way. Oh, let's turn that there. We are off. Gear. Okay, so I'm just going to go until this is about... I'm going to go to about 10 kilometers. So got a rendezvous with a station that's in 15 kilometers. So we'll try and figure out how to do that. I'm a little worried about having the fuel for the rendezvous. Okay. We'll go out and collect all that science, too, before it gets too far. Okay. So... get up there to Appalapsis. So sorry for that sort of midstream crash. I don't even know what my science situation is. Do I have a decent? 96, not that much science. Okay, throttling up. Don't forget as well, I do have like, whoop, there we go. Overcooked that a bit. So I got 150 meters per second to make my way back to the station. I am a little bit dubious, but one never knows. One never knows. So what I think I shall do... Oh, I gotta set the station as a that's why set that as a target. There we go. Where are we? Right. Where are we? Are we at the DN? I can't see where we are. No, here we are. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can figure out how much this is going to cost me. So if I make A maneuver. I sort of botched this bit. Maybe about here. I overcooked it. You know what? Let's just go pick them up. Let's just go pick them up. I'm not even going to try it. We're just going to go pick them up. And then with the 150 meters per second left, I'll crash the lander back down to the surface. We'll come back with a new lander. That's all good. We're going to pick them up. So first off, though, you got to collect all this science. We're going to pick them up with the Cerberus. We're going to abandon this lander. I think that's our easier solution. I could add more fuel, but the thing is I'm thinking of retiring this lander anyway. So that's why I kind of don't care. So that's why I'm thinking of just abandoning it. I want to bring up a new lander as it is, so won't be this stream, but switch to the station. And I want to bring up a second Cerberus too. Okay, so we got to fill this up. Out and out. Yeah, and then I'll scatter the lander on the moon's surface. I love scattering my junk on the moon's surface. Okay, that's that can empty. Yep, I am a litter bug. It's funny, I don't like debris in low orbit about Kerbin, or in fact in orbit about Kerbin at all, but I love my debris everywhere else. And that one, out and out. So I'm getting pretty close to emptying this thing. Okay. And monopropellant cans. Might as well top those up. There, I didn't use a lot, but I might as well fill them. I don't think there's any... No, there's not. So we'll just grab one of these. Out. Okay. All right, and... Pilot scientist. Okay. I was about to say if I have an engineer, I should strut up this connection here. I do have some struts up here, but I don't have an engineer along my... so that's that. So we're going to undock. Back to here. This should be 100% full now. It is. And what I want is to target that lander. Try and do a decent job of this. I'm debating which way around to go. I made this so stupid. Okay, what I'll do, let's get down here to the AN. And I'll push up this end of it so that the two orbits are crossing there. That's the idea. Maybe I should actually do a little bit of a maneuver. I'll actually do this proper like this. Oh, see, that's too high already. I think actually there should be a little bit of radialness just to pull that. Really little bit of radialness. AP is 15. What's the AP here? 13. Okay. I don't think this is worth my time. I think this burn is so small, I'm not even going to bother with it. Okay, let's just do a maneuver. God, I don't know. Let's just do the dummy maneuver and see when do we come close to him, and then just try to finagle a rendezvous out of that. No, even that's taking too long. I don't like this. Okay. Put that there. I got tons of fuel. Just burn prograde until you get a maneuver down there. That's what we're going to do. There. That's it. It's trying to get too fancy. Trying to save too much fuel. There's no reason to save fuel. Oh, I have to enable the torque again. I want to kind of move past the station before I hit on that main engine if I can. Speaking of which, that needs to be activated. Yep, there's one free seat in the Cerberus. This can seat 4. Speaking of which, I actually should take one of these pilots. I guess Cabot, you're getting booted to the back to make room for MP Offshore to come aboard. Where's this? I just want to make sure I don't crash into the station. There we go. We're good. Okay. Throttle up. Oops, RCS. Just try and get that counter distance as low as I can. Looks like around 3.2 kilometers. This is good. That's going to get. And it's off because we're not at the right altitude down here. But what I can do now is once I'm up here is make another maneuver to try and get that distance down even further. But it should just be a little prograde, I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, so many numbers. Screw with it. Now, you know what? 3.2, we can make it work. Not time to be fancy. So we're just coming around here. When we come back to here, we should be 3.2 kilometers away from the Kegel. Now we can actually dock with the Kegel too. It was built for that. Turn off all the distractions. Coming at it a little bit from the side because of our inclination difference. Dock with the Kerbal and use the Cerebus or return it to the station. No, I'm more eager to just crash it. Yeah, I could bring it back. I don't know. We could do that. There's really no need. No, I think I'm going to crash into the mood. I mean, what is it going to do when it's back at the station? I got no more use for this thing. I like this sideways approach, though. The moon is my litter box. People want me to bring it back. I can bring it back. I mean, I got tons of fuel. There's no doubt on that front. Maybe we can somehow get it down to the surface and put it into a KSC museum. Yeah, I will. Nathan knows me too well. Don't forget to transfer the science. Indeedy do. Okay, we're about 30 seconds away. And I'll probably build something that's got a little bit more delta V so I have a little bit more play. For when I'm doing landings with it. Okay, control from here. And actually, I'm going to do this the really lazy way. Control that from here. Also, yep. And then pump back. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little too close. Okay. Set that as a target. Pin that. Back to here. Set that as a target. Point that this way. Scoot back to here. Point that the other way. Slow down a little bit. Oh boy, come on. That was rough. That was rough. Okay, let's get MP offshore, and we'll transfer him. Now I actually could have just put it. Didn't have to make this shuffle. Then we will transfer... Who's my scientist? Doesn't matter. But I'm going to use a scientist. Cabot. Over to here. I had to transfer Cabot over to there for the sole reason is that was the only way I was able to EVA him, because I filled up that capsule. Okay, take all that science data. That's what people are telling me to make sure. And store all that in there. Go back. And I do not want you riding back in that one. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see now. We got to get ourselves back to Kerbal. Our orbit's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. A little bit of normal this way. Does that make it better? Or... Not sure if I'm doing something that's smart or not. It's a little more expensive because we're not... Oh, let's do it right. Let's do it right. It's a little more expensive because... I move this to about 275, which is what this should cost, because we're not ejecting ourselves exactly in a retrograde direction. We're ejecting ourselves a little radially outwards. So what I could do, I could add some normal to fix that, but I'm gonna do it the cheaper way by just popping ahead orbits. Go to here, and it should get better as I keep doing this. There we go. Pipe it with the timing. Be another orbit. There we go. Only got to wait a few hours. And I'll set this for 45 because this is going to need to do some aero braking, and that's a good altitude to aero brake from when you're falling back from the moon. All right. So you guys have convinced me to bring this back. So I'm going to bring it back. We're going to dock it with the station. And what's going to happen to it after that, I have no idea, but it's what we did. Let's get to that burn. So a few orbits ahead. Okay. Is this all set here? Yep. We should do as well as whatever little bit of fuel is left in this, we can steal it. Again, waste not, want not. Should watch when my burn is coming too. That's it. Want a lot to steal. Turn off the Kegel's engine. Oh my gosh. I saw that just in time. I have made that mistake before. Let's go. Where you have both engines thrusting in opposite directions. Not a good way to make your burn efficient. Thank you. Who was it that spot? Gil said that. Thank you. I saw that just before. So I still do have all these rescues to do. There are 4 rescuees in here. Or no, just 3. Sorry. Watch my PE here. All right, there we go. So we'll be ejecting. We're going to be coming down. We'll be doing a little aero braking. We'll be getting back to Kerbal Station, which is situated here in low orbit about Kerbal. All of that, I think, is going to have to be for next episode. Also for next episode, what we'll be doing is launching another Cerberus, Cerberus 2. I see no reason why it can't just be identical to this one. We'll take a crew out to the moon to do some serious moon landings and maybe try and finish off that one contract for the building the station contract. And I'll build myself a brand new lander that can hold more than one Kerbal, that has a little bit more Delta V than this one does. But I think all of that is going to have to be for next stream. So in the meantime, I want to thank everybody in the chat. I want to thank everybody who's watching this at a later date. And of course, an extra special thank you to those people that support this channel directly, either through Patreon or through YouTube, or by just commenting and subscribing or watching the streams like this, or engaging in this channel in any way that you can. Have yourself a fantastic week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.